Welcome to another episode of the North South podcast. And yeah, it's been a while since we've done a live stream that, like, we can enjoy. To OBS, as usual, we've said it before, such teething issues with that. But yeah, it looks like we've got it started now. So yeah, Darren, it's good to be back live.
Yeah, it's being a lot of teething issues in that. So yeah, hopefully we're starting to figure it out now. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's another
Yeah,
one to test out and see how things go.
I don't know. Maybe does it feel a bit weird because we're live and we're not used to it? Because usually, like, but it's also different for me because usually, like, I have all my topics ready and stuff like that. But Dan's just told me to just hop on live and let's see how it goes. He's got some stuff planned, so let's see. Oh, we discussed it before. It's not a complete like unknown to me, but it's just like a few things that you're gonna probably throw at me. So yeah, it's cool. Let's do it.
So yeah, I thought what we could do is something like obviously we haven't done a lot of sport recently, so doing like that verse game kind of thing, that we can do like 3 different topics, and we can just discuss on which one we would pick if given the choice. So like the first one I've got is a rugby related one, with Dan Carter versus Johnny Wilkinson. So
Whoa, what the fuck?
yeah, like which one would you like yeah, that's where we could start off with like.
Do I have to go first, or do you go first?
You can start off.
Oh, geez. All right. Let's see. What are we looking for in a number 10? We want someone who's calm under pressure, both have tried and tested in that situation. I feel like Dan's a little bit fragile at points. I feel if teams really want to target him and put him down and injure him, they can do it. Johnny's a little bit tougher, but like just the eye test, I'm taking Dan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think
Yourself?
like from New Zealand's perspective, like Dan was at the pin or in that New Zealand side when they were like their pinnacle, and yeah, they had so many. He had so many good players around him that it made his life a lot easier. But then you also got to look at Johnny Wilkinson and like, yeah, he kind of made the England team. He made everyone else better around him, and yeah, so it's a tough one. I think I would probably be leaning more towards, yeah, probably Johnny Wilkinson, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I think I would probably pick Johnny Wilkinson, if I had to go for someone at number 10.
Reason for that? Any specific reason?
No, well, like I said,
That
like he made the team. He makes everyone around him better, and you've got someone that's just an amazing drop goaler kind of thing that you could probably slot.
Yeah. How much does that? Yeah. How much does that moment in '03 play a part in your decision?
Oh well, quite a big.
There you go. Okay. All right. Cool.
You've got to bear that in mind, I think. So yeah, that's. But then also maybe you can carry on and say like, who do you think is like the best fly half in the world at the moment?
The moment. Ah. Who would you say is?
Well, you have to go with the World Cup winning side, so I guess Andre Pollard.
You think so? You think he's the best in the world in terms of all aspects, not just kicking? Like his kicking's been remarkable, man. I even tweeted like that. That was it for me. That was one of the main reasons we won. Oh, it was actually the main reason we won the semi. He kicked it from all angles under extreme pressure. It was just the last time I felt so certain that it was going to go over before someone kicked it was '07. Like regardless of whether it was coming from the back from Stain or one of the more technical kickers like Butch James and stuff, the kicker is like very important. We've learned that over the last 2 World Cups. Kicker is very important. I'd have to say Pollard as well, but I don't know, man. There's just so many close seconds. Like it's so hard to even just choose. Like yeah, man. But yeah, Pollard simply because of his kicking. I think we'll take it. And I see he's off to France now.
Yeah, he's starting off in Montpellier now. But yeah, I think even just his kicking game is really good. His tactical kicking is pretty good. He's also he's really strong. So defense-wise and
Mm.
attacking, he's built like a center. So he's got a lot of power and weight behind him that he can kind of use and as his advantage, like with the driving the ball forward and that. So I think he is got a really good package when it comes to a fly half. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes now playing in France. And yeah, I wonder if that's a ploy that was more from a tactical perspective as well, leading up until the next World Cup being in France. Maybe that experience is going to be
Yeah.
quite critical.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy to think that they'd even be looking that far ahead, man. Like, it's mad. But yeah, Erasmus is still there as director of rugby, so you can expect that they've got their eye on the next prize. It's going to be a good next couple of rugby championships and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's just what a remarkable team, man. I think many of our players can feature in like the world's top five in each position easily. Easily, you could make an argument for it.
Okay, and then now we can move on to something else that you enjoy speaking about, which is, well, we both enjoy speaking about cricket. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so now, this one is probably going to be a bit more difficult.
Oh gosh, Darren, you saw how the greatest 11 of the 21st century went. Like, man, we could not decide. We had to get a pen and paper out. That's when you know it's bad.
So I've got Steve Smith versus Virat Kohli currently. So yeah, where do we even start with?
Jeez, man, I was just watching Virat's highlights from this morning. I was this morning or yesterday, man. He is just. Oh, dude, they showed a compilation of his drives just from the last Test match, his last innings. The guy's driving like I've never seen before. But then again, the only person you can compare. So like now we're looking at the eye test versus the numbers, dude. It's basically it boils down to that. Steve Smith somehow has it on the numbers over Virat's remarkable numbers. But for me, I think you know the answer already. What Steve Smith did, it will always be like a mark on him forever. Like for cricket purists, he'll always be spoken about. In American sports, they call it being in the Hall of Fame with the asterisk next to your name. It's like the baseball records and things like that. If you were caught for doping, they don't take you out the record books. They just put asterisks next to your name, next to your records and stuff. So people know you're not quite there. I think, and I think that's what caused Steve Smith now to just like start surging in the numbers. Like if you look at his numbers over the last 2 years, they're just like berserk. Like he's actually Bradman-esque. It's quite remarkable. I never thought I'd say that in my lifetime about anyone coming close. But yeah, he is. But what he did as a captain, it goes against everything that is cricket. It shows how good you can progress in a sport, but also divert from the roots and the culture of the sport, which is quite scary, especially with a cultured sport like cricket. So yeah, I'd take Virat, man. I'd take Virat at the moment, just simply because maybe I'm a little bit biased because I watched his highlights this morning, but the way the dude's driving, it's just magical. It's just magical. It just scratches that itch you have when you watch cricket, when you watch him drive like that.
Yeah, I think I've. Yeah, it's a difficult one for me because I think both of them are at the moment are probably probably the two best batsmen in the world. And
But AB would be right there if he didn't retire, right? He'd be right there in that conversation if he didn't retire. But just sorry.
yeah, so I think yeah, it's quite a difficult one. Obviously, with Steve Smith after his Ashes series that he's just had, that's been amazing to watch. But then again, you've got Virat who's been performing over the last 3 years consistently, scoring over 1,000 runs a year, and just being that pillar in that Indian side. So I think it's really difficult. But yeah, I think I would probably lean towards Steve Smith because also it's going to be interesting to see what he does in the next couple of series and that whether he can carry that form over and it wasn't just like that one hit wonder. But yeah, like you say, when it comes down to numbers, Steve Smith is still averaging over 60 in tests, and pretty good strike rate. And the numbers don't.
What was his average in Ashes? Like 90 something
I think so. I
in the
can't.
last Ashes. In the last
I
Ashes.
can't
Goodness
over
gracious.
100. I think it was maybe even over.
Wow. That is incredible, man. Oh, that's not Bradman Nest. That is Bradman. So yeah, man. Obviously, some genetic line links to Bradman somewhere. There's some gene floating around Australia, man. It's that what's that ping pong ball against the cricket wicket or whatever sort of gene that's that's floating around there. That just causes guys to go insane with the numbers, and Voges just comes in there and number two all time test average. Yeah, just some gene floating around there. But yeah.
Yeah, there are, yeah, Australia, and when it comes to cricket and creating batsmen and bowlers that are just, yeah, world leaders is, I don't know, something that's just usual down there kind of thing.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
and then the third one, this might be a bit controversial, even more so, is
Oh my gosh,
i-
damn.
is selecting like the best sportsman from our hometown of Pietermaritzburg. So
How many options are there for this one? At least four. Come on.
only two. So that's Jesse Creel or
Mhm.
Kevin
Mhm.
Peterson.
Mhm. Mhm.
So now,
At the moment,
well, well,
I
yeah,
I think I think Jesse will go on to become the number one sports person to come out of Peter Maritzburg. But at the moment, Kevin, man, has to be Kevin. He's a storied batsman. He dominated one day cricket like no one else. He swept someone for six. Like he blew our minds when we were younger. Like we saw shit. He switch hit someone. He's crazy, man. KP is something else. He used to hit it like it's a golf ball. The flamingo shot, the one day average over 50 consistently, the performances, the controversy, the hairstyles. Yeah, man, he became a global star. Like the guy is loved and hated, but loved to be hated sort of character. And also the stuff he's doing now, like conservation movements and things like that. It's a little bit unfair on Jesse, but if you just look at, I think Jesse will go on to probably captain South Africa, in my opinion. It's my humble opinion. He's still very young and stuff, but I think once Dialendi starts heading to the end of his career and Jesse starts heading to the prime of his career, which he's almost at now, yeah, there isn't going to be many centers in the world who can touch him in terms of speed, in terms of strength, in terms of leadership qualities, things like that. So yeah, I think the trajectory is Jesse's heading in. Hopefully, multiple World Cup winner. But I think yeah, I have to go for KP at the moment. But honorable mention, a couple of people. John T. Rhodes. I thought that was going to be in there as well. John T. Yeah, he set cricket alight with how he fielded like a gymnast. Butch James as well, World Cup winner. Um, and I saw you in Bath recently. Played for Bath as well. You did some good work up there. Um, and yeah, just so many Olympians, so many Springboks, so many Proteas. There's just numerous people. Maritzburg is definitely a hotbed for talent in those sports. Mainly because of the schools, but yeah. Take KP, man. What about you? What about you?
yeah, I think I have to, yeah, agree with what you say. I think currently KP is probably one of the more well-known world over kind of stars from our little town. But I think Jesse Creel is probably on the rise, especially after the World Cup and that. And yeah, going forward, I think he's going to play rugby now in Japan. Um, but yeah, he's probably got a good couple of years to go, where he could possibly, yeah, reach that stardom level, of like a legend. So yeah, we'll have to just see. It'll be interesting to see what kind of trajectory he takes. But yeah, currently Kevin Peterson, but Jesse Creel's possibly the future
Mm,
star.
mm. Yeah. Any honorable mentions from PMB that I forgot?
Greg Minnaar.
Oh, of course, and Greg Manar, of course. My bad. But there's a lot, man. There's a lot for quite a small town like that.
Yeah, it is quite impressive, especially like, yeah, mountain
Yeah.
biking and cycling wise. We've had a lot of stars come from that area, and yeah, obviously from the likes of Maritzburg College and that, they produce a lot of sporting stars on the regular. So
Pat Lambie as well. Springbok.
Berg.
I'm claiming
I'm
it.
claiming it.
I'm
Pat.
sorry, Pat. I'm claiming Pat.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I think that we can wrap that up now, and we'll see how that stream goes, and then at least we know going forward whether or not this works or not.
That was fun. I love those.